I break the rules when I say everything we lost could be all to gain.
I'm a cancer survivor myself. I was diagnosed at 22 years old with Hodgkin's disease. So I feel like I have a good understanding of what these kids are going through, the treatments that they experience, the ups and downs mentally, emotionally, physically that they go through. Understanding my history, I think, helps understand why I love this organization so much, why I feel such a connection with the kids that are going through this. It's always harder on your loved ones than it is on you. So I think this is as much about the families as it is the kids that are experiencing this, because these kids are resilient. These kids are tough kids. These kids have a positive outlook on life. And I think for the moms, for the dads, for the brothers, for the sisters, aunts, uncles, grandparents, to see the smiles on their faces adds a whole different layer to this, because it is really hard on family to go through this.
No, we were both in disbelief. Like when it first happened, you just don't want to believe it. Right, Ellie?
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, it's not happening.
I felt like my leukemia, my cancer, is coming back.
That was tough. Then I had all of these 5 stages of grief at once. And so I was angry and I was upset. And then I wanted to shut everybody out. So I really fell in a really dark place fast. So when Bears came into our lives early on, it was like, oh wow, like I can still give my daughter something even though I can't work. And so it's not just me, it's a whole team behind you. And they kind of just carry you through, like it's gonna be okay.
Story of Bare Necessities is really heartfelt and my passion in life. It started when my son was diagnosed at 3 and sadly passed away at 8.5, but not before Bare himself said, I want to help other kids like me. And so that's where we started Bare Necessities. Bare always wanted to help other kids. And I actually say that the first Bare hug that was done was when Bare asked me, he had a little friend named Oscar. And Oscar would come in and see us because his parents had to work, so he didn't have anyone there with him. He'd come and visit Bare and they would play. And he said, I want to share my French fries with Oscar. So that was kind of the very first Bare hug.
I am so moved by the bravery of these children, by the kindness of these kids when they're going through something that they do not deserve. No child should get a pediatric cancer diagnosis, but unfortunately they do. And the fact that they're able to be more resilient than many adults I've met just inspires me. It warms my heart. It makes me feel so grateful to be part of an organization that can help them and their families, navigate this really challenging period of their lives.
Bare Necessities Pediatric Cancer Foundation does a lot for children and their families that are going through cancer, from our Bare Hugs program, which provides special things for the children, very unique, creative things that they want, as well as funding research and funding psychosocial treatments for the children and their families.
For those of us that have children, when our kids are smiling and filled with joy, that's where our joy comes from. That's the ultimate goal of what we're trying to do for these families, is if we can give their child some joy, some laughter, some smiles.
Today I look back at more of those good memories than I do of those rough moments. And that's what Bears did. Like they kind of helped erase or put the good memories at the forefront through the worst times that we're going through. And I can't even thank them enough for doing stuff like that for families like us.
It's not just the patient, but it's also their siblings, it's their parents, it's their families. And we're really here to provide that holistic support so they feel like they have someone they can turn to while they're going through this. We give them resources beyond what the hospital can provide. And I'm really proud of that.
It's like they really brought us as a family together. Like I think about it and I'm like, remembering the time, it's like my 16-year-old was spending time with us. Never would that really have ever happened. So through this hard time, they really helped us as a family be more of a family. Appreciate each other. And just be so grateful for life itself.